Hey, welcome to Side New with JW. This is Side New 114. You don't always know what others are going through. Now, what I mean by that is on a day-to-day basis, we see so many individuals and we have this thought of what they're going through. They show up, maybe it's to work, or you meet them when they're dropping off your kids, or you see them at the store, you see them out in town, you see them whatever it may be. And you think, wow, that individual looks like they've got everything going for them. They are, their hair is done and their makeup's done, and they look clean cut and shaven and all these different things. And you don't know what is behind all of that. And the reason that I say this is a lot of us go through different struggles on a day-to-day basis when it comes to just normal life. And although we might be projecting that all is well and all is normal, it's not always the truth. So don't think that it is. Don't look at it and be like, wow, that individual looks like they have. And then don't compare yourself, well, I really wish that I was like him, or I really wish like I was like her, because you think that they have it going for them when they really don't. And I use the example, my wife was talking to one of her friends earlier, and she was like, you're always prepared. You always look like you've done your hair and your makeup and all these different things, and you got your kids ready and you're dropping them off at school, and you just look like you're good. Me, I'm a mess. I'm still wearing my pajamas and I haven't combed my hair, and you have it going, and it's funny because I was talking to my wife and she was like, what she doesn't see is the struggle that I had for an hour with our son. He's not a morning person, but the struggle with our son of just getting him ready, along with then trying to get herself ready. And although the outward projection is that she looks like she's got everything going on and she looks like everything's under control, the reality is it isn't, because of all these other things that are going on prior to that first time the other individual sees her when she's dropping off my son to school. Because by the time she's dropping my son off to school, everything is good, because everything's been completed, everything's finally gotten to where it is, and by the time when my son gets to school, he knows, okay, this is the next thing. We're going to school. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But the other mom was comparing herself, like, I really just wish that I had it like you do. And my wife was like, no, like, not at all. It was a struggle this morning, and there's struggles, many days, to get just ready for life in general, and to then get someone else ready for their life in general, and to get them, dressed and fed, and many individuals, many of you go through the exact same thing, especially parents. When we think back to when we were kids, we were just like, oh, well, we had it good, and we knew what was going on, and our parents didn't do anything for us, or whatever it may be. But the reality is, once you have children, it's completely different. And I don't want you to compare yourself to other individuals, because you really don't know what they have going on overall. And sometimes, we put on this face that everything is going great, and however, it's not always going great, and it's not going great for many reasons, just normal life. So when you look at these individuals, especially these individuals that are successful in life, and you think, wow, I really wish that they had it going for them. What you don't see is the constant struggles that they might be going through. They're in charge of a company, and these are certain things that they have to do. They have to make sure that all of these different things are taken care of, and they have different sections within that company that take care of certain things, and they have to make sure that the right individuals in that spot. And there's a lot of things that go along with it, and it's very stressful overall. And so just because you see someone and you see someone out there being successful doesn't mean that they have it going on. It doesn't mean that we know what others are going through, because they could be honestly struggling. They're putting on a face for you because they're the CEO of the company, or they're the CFO, or some high up in the company, or they're a manager at your work, or whatever it may be. But that doesn't mean that they always have it going on. Just like the janitor that works at the school that is doing the greatest job ever. And walks around always happy and always, just what you think is like, wow, that janitor is the best janitor in the world. There might be other things that are going on behind the scenes that we don't know. Because whether you're a janitor at a school or you're a CEO of a Fortune 500 company, whatever you're doing to get to your successes and whatever you're doing to make yourself happy is on you. But there's a lot of different things that go beyond that, and a lot of different struggles that we all go through in life. So when you're working towards successes, understand that, and don't compare yourself to what you think the other, the image of what you want to look like is. And my wife was talking to, her friend, who was like, no, look, just because I look this way and just because it looks like I have it going doesn't mean that I really have it going. And all of these are the issues that I had this morning, or the issue last night to get our son to bed, or whatever it is. I had to wake up earlier to set these things up. I had to do this. A lot of you, might be parents and also you work. There's a lot of different things that go into this. So just understand that and realize that overall is whatever successes you think other people have and whatever that image of them, you think that, wow, that's really what I want to be. Don't. Just know who you are. Ensure that you're doing everything that you possibly can to work hard, be a good individual, and be dedicated to whatever your craft is overall, to be the best individual overall. So therefore you can go ahead and be the best husband, wife, friend, parent, all those things. When you're the best individual, then you can go ahead and that flows into everywhere else in your life. So don't compare, and just understand that, at the end of the day, we don't know what everyone else is going through. And just because it looks like it's great and it looks like that's what I want to do, doesn't mean that individual has it good overall. They are working hard. They are doing the things that are necessary to be done. And I think that's, for me, especially, my wife and me, and how our relationship is we are doing the things that are necessary to get to where we want to overall in life and success. And there's a lot of stuff that's behind the scenes, and a lot of stuff that other individuals aren't going to see and shouldn't see overall, because those are our struggles, our personal struggles, professional struggles. And I'm not talking the things that are, just killing us, or I'm just talking about, there's headaches and heartaches sometimes that you have to go through. But it doesn't mean that you're any less successful than any other individual. So at the end of the day, just know that. Appreciate you watching Decide and Do 114. Like it, share it, and as always, feedback is welcome.